Okay, guys, I'm nervous as hell, not gonna lie. But here goes nothing. Wait, hang on. I just got another message from Jack.
Marina, you're not procrastinating again, are you?
Of course I am. But I have a legit excuse this time. Jack says that the linguists were able to translate the writing on the tablets. The tablet notes speak of an advanced stasis technology that allows them to preserve living organisms indefinitely. It appears that hybrid experiments is nothing new with us. They were conducting them centuries ago.
That doesn't surprise me. We don't give enough credit to past civilizations for the advanced knowledge that they had. We basically look at them as cavemen when in fact we've lost a lot of knowledge down through the centuries. We may be what we consider advanced technologically, but we may be giving ourselves too much credit and not giving the past enough credit.
The linguist says that they created self-sustaining systems that use a form of cryogenic suspension, halting entities' biological processes while maintaining them in a dormant but alive state. The experimental entities are dormant but can awaken under certain conditions, such as tampering or system failures. The hybrids were engineered with traits similar to certain animals, such as the ability of amphibians to enter a state of brumation or cryptobiosis, allowing them to survive with minimal metabolic activity for centuries.
That sounds familiar. So it appears that I may not be the first frogman. So I'm guessing that this building is the housing for those hybrids, and probably what's on the other side of this doorway, or portal, or whatever it is. I'm guessing it's not really a portal, but some kind of energy field that keeps the atmosphere and conditions constant on the other side.
So they say that these beings, or creatures, or whatever they are, can be awakened under certain conditions. I'm wondering if us trespassing through this portal door would be enough to awaken whatever is in there.
It also possibly is what they were talking about when it said they had to stop and then had to run. Maybe their experiments went too far and the beings became too powerful and dangerous, so they had to stop and then get out of here.
It's starting to add up, honestly. That's what makes the most sense. But I guess we'll find our answers on the other side of this door. I'm not sure I'm looking forward to what we find there.
I'm not looking forward to it either, but I feel obligated to investigate. I feel this is something really important to our mission. I don't know if this is in any way connected to the goings-on here in the jungle, or if anyone else has even discovered this building, but we need to find out what's going on.
Marina, something else you need to know. Where we are is so remote, it's a good possibility we're the first modern people to discover this. Travis and I happened to spot it from the air, but we were flying much lower than any aircraft would have been. There's no way a helicopter or plane could see what we saw. I'm not going to assume we're the first to discover it, but if I were a betting person, I'd say we are.
But even if someone else had discovered it, it would just be an abandoned building with some stone tablets, which they'd have no interest in. And I'm sure they wouldn't have bothered searching for a secret passageway. So again, this place would not be something they'd think was important.
Okay, the curiosity is killing me. We have to see what's on the other side of this doorway.
If you want to go on through, then come back and tell us. Feel more than welcome to do so. Actually, I'm just joking, Moira. I'm the one responsible for y'all, so I need to go through first. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, I'm through and still alive. I just checked and my head is still attached. Can you guys hear me okay?
I hear you just fine. What are you seeing?
Well, if y'all would get your butts over here with me, you can see for yourselves. There's a little tingle as you come through the doorway, but other than that, no biggie.
Okay, I have to see what's there. Curiosity is killing me too.
Okay, let's hit it.
We're with you, girls. Adventure time.
Wow, what the hell is this? Rows of stasis pods. Seriously? I was giving them credit, but apparently not enough credit. This is even beyond what we've accomplished today if these are for what I think they're for.
They did say in the notes what they were for, keeping the people dormant but still alive. If the notes are correct, then these are several hundred years old, or maybe even 1,000 years. We don't know for sure.
The linguists at base estimated the writing came from an era of 300 to 500 years ago, so we can guess that these are at least 300 years old.
300 years old and still alive? But how do we know they're alive? It's not like they have a vitals monitor that shows heartbeat and respiration like in a hospital.
Well, that's one way of determining whether they're alive or not.
Watch out, Marina. That one is coming after you.
Holy shit! Snap that mofo right in half. 1 down, 2 to go.
If they come at us, I'm going to incinerate them with fireballs.
Biso tolobate, boyo kamawa, tokanizi ete bazalaki kotinda biso mabe.
They are speaking in a form of Lingala, so I think I can communicate with them. Tobunda kimpio ete ya liboso abunda kibiso. Tokanisi ezali mpona komibatela. Toko sala yo mabete na motema ya mabe. Toyebite oyo ezali na ngambo oyo ya porte.
Tomoni, towandaki awabandan tango babandaki kosala mambina biso. Babwakaki biso na tibe umpe balobaki ete soki tokiti, toko kufa.
Na oyo tozwi emonani ete bozali awana tube mpona kole kambulan kamamisato.
Balobaki likambo, moko ete balingaki kobongola biso na basoda. Ezalaki bato mibale to misato oyo babandaki libozo bongo bakomaki mabe mingi empi babandaki kozala na likama. Bato bazalaki kosala mambi babandaki kobanga bango mpi babundaki kokima.
Natuni likambo moko. Bozalaki bato ya moke lokola biso tango babandaki kokele labino?
To zalaki lokola bino. Babwakaki biso longwana bikolo na biso, mipe babwakaki biso awa. Babandaki kokanga biso na kaje mpe kotienga ya na misisa na biso. Bongo to bandaki ko bongwana nandenge oyu to zali sikoyo.
So what are they saying, Mbali?
They started out as normal like us, but then the people started sticking them with needles, and they began to change. They have been asleep most of the time, so they were unaware of how much time has passed. I'm going to ask them if they've ever been on the other side of the portal. Boni bokendaki na ngambo mosusu ya porte banda bazalaki kotia bino awa?
Te, balobaki na biso ete soki tokendaki na ngambo ya polea blue tokokufa. Balobaki ete makambo na ngambo wana ikoboma biso mbala moko.
Bongo ezali lokola elokomoko na ngambo oyo ebongoli makambo mpona kobatela bino bongo bozangi kokola. To ezali tube oyo bazalaki kotia bino na katinde ebatela ki bino. Balobaki lisusunini mpona makambo oyo balingaki kosala na bino mpona mikolo ezali koya.
Balobaki likambo moko ete balingaki kobongola biso na basoda. Ezalaki bato mibale to misato oyo babandaki liboso bongo bakomaki mabe mingi mpe babandaki kozala na likamang bato bazalaki kosala mambi babandaki kobanga bango mpe babundaki kokima.
Basoda wana bakomaki na motema makasiempe balingaki kokati saporte mpona kokende na ngambo mosusu. Tokanisi ete bakufa kimbala moko soki balobaki ya solo. Biso tozangaki motema ya kokati saporte mpona koyeba soki bakufa kimpenza.
Ezalaki nzoto moko tenakati andako oyo tomonaki. Kasi ezalaki kole kambulan kama misato, bongo ezalaki kokoka kobeba nantango yango mpe etikaki eloko mokote, nazali kokani saboye.
So what did they say?
They told me why the scientists left in fear. They said there were 2 warriors who were more advanced than the others and became very dangerous. They said the scientists started to become very afraid of them, so left.
So if they've never been on the other side, how do they know the scientists left?
Soki binobokenda kitenangambo mosusuya porte, dengenini boebi ete batobaleki?
Balobaki na biso ete bakendaki. Balobaki ete baboy, kasi bazalaki na bobangi ya bomoy na bangompe basengilaki kokende. Basalakin yun sompo makambon yun so etambola malamumpe balobaki ete soki tozali kaka na tube, toko koba kozala malamu. Balobaki ete, mbala mosusu, na mikolo ezali koya, moto akokuta bisompe akobiki sa biso.
The scientists told them they were afraid and were leaving. They said they were sorry, and that hopefully someone would find them in the future and rescue them.
Well, we found them, but I have no idea how we're going to rescue them. And how do we know how many are actually still alive?
We were programmed with the ability to quickly adapt to new languages, so I have assimilated your linguistics. The ones that remain are all still alive, other than the one you killed.
I am so truly sorry about that. but I was being attacked, and it was just a reaction to the danger. We did not mean any harm. I was only protecting myself.
We understand completely. The one who attacked you was acting in the same way, thinking we were being attacked. We know now that you were only trying to help and investigate.
So the rest of these are all alive? Why didn't they wake up when we entered?
They were not chosen to be sentries. It is set up so that only the sentries are woken up when there is a disturbance. We then have the ability to wake the others if there is a need.
I think at this point we have to assume that whatever the scientists were telling you was true. It only makes sense that the conditions on this side of the portal help keep you alive. Otherwise, the portal wouldn't be there. So we can't risk you going on the other side. But somehow, someone needs to determine what it is about this side that makes the conditions right for your survival, so those can be duplicated on the other side.
If we have indeed been in here for over 300 years, then the time of our deaths has long passed. We should not be alive, honestly. Perhaps the best thing we could do is cross over and be where we should be, and that is sleeping with our ancestors.
One thing to keep in mind, though. Your staying alive, at least for a while longer, would greatly benefit the scientists of today. Also, I'm very curious if the warriors you speak of who crossed over actually died. That's a really important question that possibly has no answer.
Why does everything that happens have to creep me out? Now I'm going to be watching over my shoulder for two weirdo beings trying to sneak up on me.
Paranoid much, Moira? I would guess that as soon as those two crossed the portal, they went up in smoke or turned into dust. I don't think you need to be looking over your shoulder unless it's for a dinosaur or leopard.
Or a giant spider. Don't forget the giant spiders.
Travis, stop it! I've got goosebumps all up and down my neck and arms now. I hate spiders. No offense, Nancy.
No worries, girl. I can control spiders, so there won't be any issues with them. At least for you. I may have an army of them go after Travis, though.
Fine. I'll just turn dragon and fry the little bastards. Spider barbecue, anyone?
If Jerry was here, he'd be talking about frying some frog legs about now.
Yeah, well, let's see how he'd like dragon legs.
As hungry as I am right now, that actually sounds pretty good. Hell of a lot more meat than scrawny frog legs.
I'm glad nobody mentions having lizard legs, although they might not be too bad. Damn, making myself sound like a cannibal.
You guys come up with the damnedest conversations. I knew you guys were weird. That's one reason I wanted to be a part of this. I love weird people.
Weird is our middle name. So I guess that means we all have the same middle name. Now that is really weird.
You guys still make me laugh so much. I thought you were funny even when I didn't understand a word you were saying. Even funnier now that I do understand.
We do not understand what you are talking about. We are going to return to our pods as we are feeling weak. We pray you watch over us and do not let anything happen to us.
We'll try. We have to leave for a while and do some exploring. But we will definitely return periodically to check on you. Take care for now.
Marina, don't you just love how things just seem to keep getting weirder and weirder?
I have to be honest. I expected there to be some battles and that kind of thing, but I had no idea that I was going to go from one weird experience to the next. This is absolutely beyond unreal.
Even though I grew up here, I'm learning many new things about the jungle that I never knew existed. One thing I just thought of, though. Since we've been here, I haven't heard one dinosaur sound, even in the distance. Even Nkita won't come into this area.
Maybe they sense things that the rest of us either can't sense or don't notice. But it's not only dinosaurs you don't see or hear. I haven't seen any other animals. Even the birds you normally hear aren't making any noise.
The thing that comes to my mind is how silent things get right before a tornado hits. It's like everything stops and goes silent. Kind of the same thing as far as the birds. Before a tornado, they go silent. Everything goes silent, in fact.
We won't have any tornadoes here. I've never seen one and don't really want to. But something is definitely affecting the animals. The question is what, though?
That may be one of those things that it's best not to find out. Although the way things have been going, I'm sure we will eventually.
Somehow I think you're probably right. Strange things do seem to have a way of finding us.
I'd prefer to have a day or two where nothing weird or strange happens. We have enough to deal with already, getting attacked by choppers and armed militia. or whatever they are.
So far, I haven't seen any evidence of anyone else having been here. I'm going to go look around the area for about a mile radius and see what I can find.
Don't go alone. Eli, can you accompany Travis? I'd feel better if there were two of you.
Okay. Poor little brother gets scared by himself. I'll go protect the little tyke.
Take off, hoser. I got your tyke in my shorts right here.
Boys will be boys, especially these two.
Yeah, I know. But they're good boys, for the most part. Just be careful.
Careful? Damn. Just take away all our fun. Of course, Red. We're always careful.
I'll go with them, just to make sure they stay out of trouble. Plus, this place is weirding me out. I need some fresh air.
Guys, I just spotted some footprints, but they're not normal footprints. Whatever this is, it has feet like a human, but the feet are huge, and they almost look like they have claws, like the footprints of an animal.
It's almost like the footprints you make as a dragon, Travis. Maybe there are dinosaurs here after all.
Those aren't dinosaur footprints, Daphne. They're more human-like. I don't know about you guys, but the people's story of two crossing over to the other side of the portal. Maybe they didn't die after all.
Okay, now it's getting weird again. I'm still glad I went poop beforehand.
Shh, guys. I hear something. It's in the trees.
I hear it too. Wait, what the hell is that?
Our worst nightmare, maybe. Time to change, my friends.